So the way I made $8,000 a month was it's kind of simple structure. What's going on, guys? So we're back with another video. Today I'm talking about the detailing experience, my journey, everything I've done to get to where I am. So let's get to it. So I've been detailing since 2020. I started my sophomore year of high school. I started that as a side gig to pay for my first car, my first insurance, everything like that. Then from there I kind of took off. Everyone in my city started to become fond of my name. They wanted to use my services, and then from there I just kind of went uphill from there. Been servicing a lot of people in my area for the past 2.5 years now, and I only plan on growing. So at the moment I'm detailing out of my car. I don't have a big fancy van or rig like a lot of people do. I just kind of bring what I need, get the job done, still deliver the same results as the pros do. And yeah, I bring my basic equipment, everything I'm gonna need. Some people may kind of act confused when I first show up, but then once I'm done, they see the job I do, they don't really ask any questions. As far as my packages go, I try to keep it pretty simple. I have a interior detail, an exterior detail, and then the full detail, which is interior and exterior. So that's the basic packages. I have a minimum price of $65 for me to even come out. That's typically just a wash on like a small car. But I do have a lot of add-ons. That's where the money kind of tacks on. I got my clay and seal package, which everyone has, the engine cleaning package. I also got headlight restoration package. I have ceramic coating and polishing. That's like probably 2% of the jobs I do. Not very many people look for that, but when someone does want that, I do offer that. I also offer my maintenance plans, so I can come out to your house every week, 2 weeks, or month. And then depending on the amount of cars the client has, I typically work with them on how pricing is gonna work and vary. So the main reason I wanted to start my detail business was I was young and in high school trying to save for my first car. And I was able to achieve that. And then that's what I started detailing out of. I just kept saving and saving, kept upgrading equipment bit by bit. And then I finally got to the point where I'm like, I can make something big out of this. When summer would hit, that would obviously be my main time to go and get it. Work sometimes 11, 12, 13-hour days, just hustling as hard as I can. Now I've gotten to the point where I've kind of leveled everything out to more of a consistent work day, kind of more of a consistent client base and everything of that sort. So the way I made $8,000 a month was it's kind of simple structure. I was working about 5 to 6 days a week, and I was averaging about $2K a month. Of course, that was at a crazy point in the summer. I had at least 2 employees that would work with me. So no, that wasn't net, that was gross. But still, hitting that number felt pretty good. Consistently, week after week, hitting 2K. It felt definitely accomplishing compared to where I came from. Like my first ever detail, I charged $75 for a car, and it took me over 7 hours to complete that car. So now getting to where I can make that amount of money at an hourly rate is just unreal, and it's honestly a blessing. One of my goals in my business is I want to get it to a point to where I'm working on luxury cars, kind of get away from the whole, dirty, stained, all that type of, those types of jobs, just because the margins don't seem as good as opposed to I could go clean this supercar and half the time make close to the same amount of money because it's more of a liability, so you got to charge accordingly to a high-end car like that. And I have the eye for the detail, so I'm able to get in there, get it clean, hit stuff the customer probably won't even see, but that's just what I try to deliver, is excellent results that no one else is going to deliver. So some advice I have to any youngsters or beginners out there, I would say go for it. Just save a little bit of money to where you can go buy your basic equipment. You don't need the fanciest stuff. Literally start out with the most basic vacuum and water hose and your soap, your rags, your wheel cleaner, like your really basic stuff. Just start, get your foot in the door, make enough money to where, okay, now I can go buy this piece of equipment. Set goals for yourself. Say, let me make $500 and then I can go buy a nice pressure washer and a hose. And then after that, go make $1,000. Okay, now I can go buy a really nice extractor. And you just keep building your way up to where eventually you have all the equipment you need. It's gonna help you get the job done as quickly and efficiently as you can. And you don't really have to keep buying new equipment. Your only thing you're at an expense to is your rags, your chemicals, and you finally got to the point to where you're at a level of, I'm as efficient as I can be, now let me take on as much clients as I can. And even when I first began detailing, I was doing it out of a small car I had. It happened to be my first car, which I no longer own. I saw all the other guys' big vans and rigs, so I went as far as, I'll see if I can pull up a picture of it. I got a small trailer I pulled behind my little car. I had hose reels, water tank, the whole gig. And yes, I got looks everywhere I go, but that summer I probably made the most money I've ever made. It was a matter of, can't care what everyone else is gonna think. Just gotta focus on growth and making that money. Another good way I first started was actually my first client I ever got. I happened to post in one of my local Facebook groups. I just threw a post in there, hey, I'm offering detailing, yada yada, kind of, you jot down your info, what you offer, drop some pictures in there, some before and afters if you have it. Go detail on your own car, your family's car, get some before and afters, take a really dirty car, make it clean, it's gonna look appealing. Sure, you're gonna start out with dirty cars, and they're gonna be picky customers. That's just where you gotta start sometimes. Eventually, you'll kind of filter that out and get to where you're doing Ferrari, McLaren, Lambos, Vipers, kind of to where I've gotten. I'm able to clean these types of cars now, get that type of client base on a maintenance program, and not really have to worry about, you know, all the other stuff of extracting nasty stains and whatnot. And there's a lot better margins in these type of vehicles. But definitely, if you're planning on starting, just go ahead and start. Save some money to buy some equipment and just get out there and do it. Make some business cards. If you can't afford to do them through Vistaprint or something like that, go print out a sheet, cut them out. You can laminate them if you want, you don't have to. Just start somewhere. Promise the first step is gonna be the hardest, but it's gonna be the most worth it, because after that, you're just gonna keep taking more and more steps because you've gotten that first step out of the way. It's kind of the simplified version of how I made $8,000 in a month in my detailing business. So I would definitely say anyone who's wanting to start, go for it. And if you guys have any feedback or pointers of, hey, you should do this or that, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear some feedback. I would also love to hear if y'all plan on starting a business, let me know, drop a comment. I'm here for help. Ask me any questions you guys might need. Comment, subscribe, drop a like. That's gonna help me rank in the YouTube algorithm. Get this video out to other youngsters who are trying to start their own thing. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. See you in the next one.